Hey there, amazing folks of Golden Health. Have you ever taken a step, maybe heading down the stairs or chasing after your grandkids, and felt your legs wobble just a bit? That little shake can feel like a wake-up call, right? It's like your body's whispering, hey, we need to talk about keeping these legs strong. Well, today I'm here to share something that might surprise you. Some of the fruits you're eating. Yes, those healthy fruits we've all been told to love could actually be working against your leg strength. Crazy, right? Stick with me, because in this video we're diving into the 7 worst fruits that seniors over 60 should avoid to keep their legs powerful, steady, and ready for life's adventures. I'm so excited to be here with you, because at Golden Health we're all about empowering you to live your best, most vibrant life. Leg strength isn't just about walking or climbing stairs. It's about independence, confidence, and enjoying every moment, whether it's gardening, dancing, or just strolling with a loved one. But here's the thing, what you eat plays a huge role in how strong your legs stay as we age. And while fruits are often the heroes of a healthy diet, some of them can quietly sabotage your muscles, joints, and balance. Don't worry though. I'm not just going to tell you what to avoid. I'm going to share why these fruits can be trouble and give you practical, easy ways to make smarter choices that'll have your legs thanking you. Before we jump in, let me just say, you're already taking a huge step by being here. Learning how to care for your body, that's something to celebrate. So grab a cozy seat, maybe a cup of tea, and let's get started with the first few fruits that might be sneaking onto your plate, but need to take a back seat for the sake of your leg strength. First up, let's talk about bananas. Oh, I know. Bananas are like the comfort food of fruits, aren't they? They're sweet, portable, and packed with potassium, which we've all heard is great for muscles. But here's the catch for us seniors. Bananas are also loaded with sugar, about 14 grams per medium fruit. Now, a little natural sugar isn't the end of the world, but when you're eating bananas daily, especially without balancing them with protein or healthy fats, that sugar can spike your blood glucose. Over time, those spikes can lead to inflammation, which is like a silent thief that weakens your muscles, including the ones in your legs. I remember chatting with my friend Martha, who's 68 and loves her morning banana smoothie. She noticed her legs felt heavier and her knees ached more after a few months of this routine. When she swapped her daily banana for a lower sugar option and paired it with some Greek yogurt, she said her walks felt lighter, like her legs had a new spring in them. So what can you do instead? Try reaching for berries like blueberries or raspberries. They've got way less sugar, about 4 to 7 grams per cup, and they're bursting with antioxidants that fight inflammation. You can toss them into your oatmeal or eat them as a snack with a handful of almonds. It's a small change, but it's like giving your legs a little love note every day. The key is balance. Enjoy fruits, but pick ones that support your muscles without overloading your system with sugar. Next, let's shine a spotlight on pineapple. Oh, pineapple is like a tropical vacation in a bite, isn't it? But here's why it's on our list. Pineapple is not only high in sugar, about 16 grams per cup, but it's also got a lot of natural acids that can irritate your joints if you're eating it too often. For seniors, especially if you've got a touch of arthritis or joint pain, those acids can make your knees or hips feel stiffer, which makes it harder for your leg muscles to work smoothly. I'll never forget my neighbor Tom, who's 72 and used to snack on pineapple chunks every afternoon. He thought it was a healthy choice, but he kept complaining about his knees locking up during his evening walks. When he cut back on pineapple and switched to something gentler like sliced cucumber with a sprinkle of salt, his joints felt less cranky, and he was back to his daily strolls with a smile. Now, don't get me wrong, you don't have to ban pineapple forever. But if you love it, try having it as a treat once or twice a week, and pair it with something that slows down the sugar hit, like a small piece of cheese or a few walnuts. It's all about enjoying your food in a way that keeps your legs strong and your joints happy. Let's move on to one more fruit for now. Grapes. Grapes are so easy to pop into your mouth, aren't they? Whether they're red, green, or black, they're sweet and satisfying. But here's the problem. Grapes are another high-sugar fruit, packing about 23 grams per cup. That's like eating a candy bar in terms of sugar. For seniors, eating too many grapes can lead to those same blood sugar spikes we talked about, which can sap your muscle strength over time. Plus, grapes have a high glycemic index, meaning they hit your bloodstream fast, which can leave you feeling sluggish instead of energized for that walk or yoga class. I had a viewer, Susan, who's 65, email me about this. She was eating grapes as her go-to snack while watching TV, but she noticed her legs felt tired and her balance was off during her morning stretches. When she switched to snacking on sliced apples with a bit of peanut butter, she felt steadier and had more energy to keep up with her grandkids. So what's a better choice? Apples are fantastic. They've got fiber to slow down the sugar absorption, and they're lower on the glycemic index. Try slicing one up and dipping it in a little almond butter for a snack that keeps your energy steady and your legs ready to move. It's such an easy swap, but it can make a big difference. I love how you're sticking with me here, because these small changes add up to big wins for your health. We've covered bananas, pineapple, and grapes so far, and you're already armed with some practical swaps to keep your leg strength on point. In a bit, we'll dive into a few more fruits that might be tripping you up, plus some extra tips to make sure your diet is supporting your active, vibrant life. For now, think about this. What's one fruit you eat often that might be on this list? Maybe take a moment to jot it down and see if you can try a lower sugar swap this week. You've got this, and I'm so proud of you for taking charge of your health. I'm so thrilled you're here with me as we continue our journey to keep your legs strong, steady, and ready for all the beautiful moments life has in store. We've already talked about how some fruits, like bananas, pineapple, and grapes, can sneakily work against your leg strength by spiking your blood sugar or irritating your joints. But don't worry, we're not here to take all the joy out of eating fruit. We're just learning how to make choices that love your body back, especially those amazing legs that carry you through life. So, grab a comfy spot and let's dive into the next few fruits that seniors over 60 should think twice about, along with some super simple swaps to keep you feeling vibrant and energized. First up, let's talk about mangoes. Oh, mangoes are like a burst of sunshine, aren't they? That sweet, juicy flavor can make you feel like you're on a tropical island. But here's why mangoes make our list. They're incredibly high in sugar, about 24 grams per cup, which is one of the highest among fruits. For us seniors, that sugar load can hit hard, causing those blood sugar spikes that we know can lead to inflammation and muscle weakness over time. Plus, mangoes are low in fiber compared to other fruits, so your body processes that sugar even faster, which can leave you feeling tired instead of ready to tackle your day. I remember my friend Clara, who's 70 and loves her mango smoothies. She'd blend one up every morning, thinking it was the healthiest start to her day. But she started noticing her legs felt shaky during her afternoon walks, and she was getting more muscle cramps. When she cut back on mangoes and switched to a smoothie with lower sugar fruits like strawberries and a scoop of protein powder, she said her legs felt stronger, and those cramps almost gone. So, what's a better choice if you're craving that sweet, fruity vibe? Strawberries are your new best friend. They've got just 7 grams of sugar per cup, plus they're packed with fiber and vitamin C, which helps keep your joints and muscles in tip-top shape. Try slicing some strawberries into your yogurt or blending them with a banana. Yes, a small piece is okay now and then for a smoothie that won't send your blood sugar on a roller coaster. It's like giving your legs a steady, reliable fuel source instead of a quick sugar jolt. And here's a little tip. If you miss that tropical flavor, add a splash of coconut water to your strawberry smoothie. It's refreshing and keeps things light on sugar. Next, let's chat about cherries. Cherries are so tempting, especially when they're in season. Those little bursts of sweetness are hard to resist. But here's the deal. Cherries, especially the sweet varieties like Bing, pack about 18 grams of sugar per cup. That's not as high as mangoes, but it's still enough to cause trouble if you're eating them by the handful, which is easy to do. For seniors, that sugar can add up, contributing to those pesky blood sugar swings that sap your energy and weaken your leg muscles. Plus, cherries contain compounds called salicylates, which, in large amounts, can cause joint discomfort for some folks, especially if you're sensitive or have conditions like arthritis. I'll never forget my cousin Ed, who's 67 and used to munch on cherries while watching baseball games. He thought they were a healthy snack, but he kept feeling stiff and sluggish the next day, especially in his knees. When he swapped cherries for a handful of blackberries, which have less sugar and are gentler on joints, he said his morning stretches felt easier and he was back to cheering for his team with more pep in his step. Now, you don't have to say goodbye to cherries forever. Moderation is key. If you love them, enjoy a small serving. Maybe 10 cherries once or twice a week and pair them with something protein-rich, like a slice of turkey or a few cubes of cheese to slow down the sugar absorption. For a daily fruit fix, go for blackberries or even a sliced pear. Pears have more fiber and a lower glycemic index, so they keep your energy steady and your legs ready for action. Try slicing a pear and spreading a little almond butter on it for a snack that's satisfying and kind to your muscles. Let's move on to one more fruit that might surprise you: oranges. Oranges are practically the poster child for healthy eating, right? We've all heard about their vitamin C and how they're supposed to keep us strong. But here's why oranges can be tricky for seniors. They're high in sugar, about 17 grams per large orange, and their natural acids can sometimes irritate your digestive system or joints, especially if you're eating them daily. That acidity can lead to inflammation for some folks, which can make your legs feel stiff or your muscles ache, especially if you're dealing with conditions like osteoarthritis. I had a viewer, Linda, who's 64, reach out to me about this. She was eating an orange every morning with breakfast, thinking it was the perfect way to start her day, but she noticed her hips and knees were feeling creaky and her balance wasn't as steady during her Tai Chi classes. When she switched to a handful of raspberries, which are lower in sugar and less acidic, she said her joints felt looser and she was moving through her routines with more confidence. So what can you do instead of reaching for that orange? Raspberries or even a small kiwi are fantastic options. A kiwi has about 6 grams of sugar and is packed with vitamin C and fiber, so it's a win-win for your immune system and your leg strength. Try slicing a kiwi in half and scooping it out with a spoon for a quick, mess-free snack. Or toss some raspberries into a bowl with a dollop of Greek yogurt for a treat that's as delicious as it is supportive for your muscles and joints. The goal is to choose fruits that give you all the nutrients without the extra sugar or acid that can slow you down. I love how you're hanging in there with me, because every step we take together is a step towards stronger, healthier legs. We've covered mangoes, cherries, and oranges so far, and you've got some awesome swaps to try, like strawberries, blackberries, and kiwis. These small changes are like little gifts to your body, helping you stay active and independent. As we wrap up this part, I want you to think about your daily routine. Maybe there's a fruit you love that's on this list. Could you try one of these swaps this week? Maybe just once or twice to see how your legs feel? You're doing such an incredible job taking care of yourself, and I'm so proud to be on this journey with you. We've got a couple more fruits to talk about, and I'll share some extra tips to make sure your diet is fueling your strength and vitality. So stick with me, because we're building a foundation for a life full of energy, movement, and joy. For now, take a moment to celebrate how far you've come already. You're learning, growing, and making choices that light up your health. Let's keep it going. So far, we've talked about how fruits like bananas, pineapple, grapes, mangoes, cherries, and oranges can sneakily work against your muscles and joints if you're eating them too often. But don't worry. We've also shared some delicious, leg-friendly swaps to keep your diet vibrant and your body thriving. Today, we're going to round out our list with one final fruit to watch out for, then tie it all together with some encouragement to help you move forward with confidence. So grab a cozy spot and let's dive in. Let's kick things off with the last fruit on our list, watermelon. Oh, watermelon feels like summer in every bite, doesn't it? It's juicy, refreshing, and seems like the perfect healthy snack. But here's why watermelon can be tricky for seniors. It's surprisingly high in sugar, about 18 grams per cup, and it has a super high glycemic index, which means it sends your blood sugar soaring fast. For those of us over 60, those quick spikes can lead to inflammation, which we know is like a slow drain on your muscle strength, especially in your legs. Plus, watermelon is mostly water, so it doesn't have much fiber to slow down that sugar hit, leaving you with a burst of energy that crashes just as quickly. I remember my friend Dorothy, who's 69 and loves her watermelon slices by the pool. She thought it was the ultimate hydrating snack, but she started noticing her legs felt wobbly during her evening walks, and she was getting more muscle fatigue. When she swapped watermelon for a handful of cantaloupe, which has less sugar and more fiber. She said her energy felt steadier, and her legs were ready to keep up with her daily routine. Now, you don't have to give up watermelon completely. Life's too short to skip all your favorites. But try enjoying it as an occasional treat, maybe a small wedge once a week, and pair it with something that balances the sugar, like a few slices of turkey or a handful of pumpkin seeds. For a daily fruit that keeps your legs strong, go for cantaloupe or even a handful of blueberries. Cantaloupe has about 13 grams of sugar per cup, but it's got more fiber and nutrients like potassium that support your muscles without the big sugar spike. Try dicing some cantaloupe and tossing it with a sprinkle of chia seeds for a snack that's hydrating and kind to your body. It's such a simple switch, but it's like giving your legs a steady foundation to keep you moving. Now that we've covered all 7 fruits, bananas, pineapple, grapes, mangoes, cherries, oranges, and watermelon, let's take a moment to think about what this all means for you. Eating fruit is a beautiful part of a healthy diet, but as we age, our bodies need a little extra care to keep our muscles and joints in top shape. The fruits we've talked about can be tough on your leg strength because of their high sugar, acidity, or lack of fiber, which can lead to inflammation, blood sugar swings, or joint discomfort. But here's the exciting part. You have the power to make choices that lift you up. By swapping in lower sugar, fiber-rich fruits like berries, apples, pears, kiwis, or cantaloupe, you're not just avoiding problems, you're actively building strength, energy, and confidence. It's like planting seeds for a stronger, more active you, and watching them grow with every smart choice you make. I want to share a quick story that really touched my heart. A viewer named George, who's 71, sent me a message a while back. He said he used to eat bananas and oranges every day, thinking he was doing his body a favor. But his legs were feeling heavier, and he was struggling to keep up with his gardening, which he loves. After watching one of our videos, he started swapping those fruits for raspberries and apples, and he added a little protein like nuts or yogurt to his snacks. A few weeks later, he wrote back and said he was back in his garden, kneeling and standing without that old stiffness, and even showing off his tomato plants to his grandkids. Stories like George's remind me why I love being here with you. It's all about those small changes that add up to big, joyful moments. So what can you do right now to keep your legs strong and your spirit soaring? Start by taking a look at your fruit bowl. Maybe pick one fruit from our list that you eat often and try a swap this week. If you love bananas, try a handful of blueberries with some Greek yogurt. If watermelon's your go-to, give cantaloupe a chance. These aren't just swaps, they're acts of self-care that say, I'm worth feeling my best. And don't stop there. Keep moving those legs with a gentle walk, some stretches, or even a dance to your favorite song. Your body loves it when you show it some love, and it'll reward you with strength and energy to do all the things that light up your life. I can't tell you how much it means to have you here, learning and growing with our Golden Health community. If you found this helpful, I'd love for you to give this video a big thumbs up. It helps us reach more amazing folks like you. And drop a comment below. Tell me which fruit you're going to swap out or share a story about how you're keeping your legs strong. I read every single one, and they truly brighten my day. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a video packed with tips to keep you thriving. We're in this together, and I'm so excited to keep sharing this journey with you. As we wrap up, I want you to hold on to this. You are capable, you are strong, and you are absolutely worth every effort to live your healthiest, happiest life. Those legs of yours, they're ready to carry you toward more adventures, more laughter, and more moments that make your heart sing. Keep making those smart choices, keep shining, and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay golden, my friends.